Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us on this seminar on mask management. We would like to take this time and put in the efforts to learn about how to wear a mask properly, especially in Hong Kong. Friends, remember that when you buy a mask, make sure that you're buying a surgical mask and one with 3-ply. Now, why do we ask you to do that? It's because the outer layer, which is the colored layer, will make sure that you don't get fluids. Only a small portion of that fluid is enough to get you infected. So the outer layer will protect you from those fluids which could infect you with the latest variant of the Omicron variant of the COVID-19 pandemic. The inner layer, which is the white layer of a surgical mask, is there for moisture management. The breath that you exhale from your body has moisture in it. And if you ever wonder why the cloth mask or the paper mask isn't getting wet, it's because of this layer which is on the inside. Between these two layers, which is the blue outer layer and the white inner layer, there is also another layer which is to prevent the breath that you exhale from having germs in it, as well as protect you from outside air which has germs in it. So remember, whenever you're buying, try to buy a good quality 3-ply mask. There are other masks which are cheaper but of lower quality. So make sure that these masks are certified both by the Hong Kong government as well as the European government. So to make sure that it's certified by the European government, there is a mark called the CE mark, C for cat, E for elephant, on the box that will ensure that it has certification from the European Health Agency as well. But be aware of fakes in the market. So always buy your surgical masks from good and reputed retailers, from supermarkets or from well-reputed shops, because this is your life that we are talking about. Remember, in Hong Kong, they do not allow for masks which have valves in it. So you must have seen the N95 mask. That by itself is fine, but if there is that type of mask with a valve in it, please don't buy it because Hong Kong doesn't allow it. Now you might be wondering why that is the case. Because the valve, it exhales, it allows your breath to exhale without filtration. So it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help your loved ones and your family around you because they will be breathing in unfiltered air. It doesn't help you as well because there is a chance that you might inhale unfiltered air. So almost always go with masks that don't have a valve in it. The other point is now that we are going to discuss is how to wear a mask. Remember, the colored side, often blue, should be facing the outside, and the white side is towards your face. An easy way to remember is that white is clean and pure, so that touches your skin, and blue, which is colored, is outward facing. It is important to remember to wear the mask correctly because if you wear the mask in this manner, which is the white side covering outside, it won't protect you from outside fluids. And as we mentioned earlier, these fluids could infect you. So you wear a mask like this, and there are two different types of masks. One is where the bands are in a loop, which is easier to wear, or they have strips that extend outside. There are two strips. We will come to how to wear that stripped mask later, but for now, let me show you how this mask works. So remember to loop it on your ear both ways. And I'll remove my spectacles for this demonstration. Once you've worn the mask, make sure that it extends down to your chin and it covers that area. Now, why do we do it? Because we often see, now when you remove the mask and it's folded, we often see people wearing masks like this, right? But it doesn't help because it allows air to percolate as well as you to inhale. So pull it down and remember to cover your chin. Now on the top, if you buy a good quality mask, there'll be like a rigid portion here. You could feel it when you wear the mask. So press this tightly, slightly tightly, so that you don't experience discomfort. But press it slightly here. And with your two hands, press this gently. And for some time, you can even press it against your nostrils so that the fit is tight. So what this will do to the mask is that it will contour. This rigid surface will contour around your nostrils. Why is this important? Because it gives you full protection, not just for you, but also for people who breathe around you. So, your friends, your family, your colleagues. This gives a secure fit. Now, once you do that, once you do this, and once you do this, the mask will automatically protect air from coming in or going out. The way to check it is hold it and breathe out. If you see this portion coming out, that means that the breath is controlled within the mask and you don't exhale unfiltered air as well as don't inhale unfiltered air. I've often seen people wearing a mask like this, which is exposing your nostrils, or like this. Remember, this is not allowed and you could be fined. Hong Kong doesn't allow maskless travel or being in public places. And this honestly doesn't help anyone. So it doesn't help you or protect you against the very variant strain of the Omicron variant. And it definitely doesn't protect people around you. So please don't do that. Always cover your nose. And just not cover the nose, but also make sure that this fit is tight. Once you've done that, you're safe and you'll help everyone in the community. A lot of people have complained about soreness behind the ear. That's because you haven't bought a mask which fits your face size. So the mask comes in small, medium, and large. So that is S, M, and L. So make sure you buy a mask which fits your face. If you have put on weight because of a lack of exercise during the pandemic, then make sure that you take a large or medium sized mask depending on your age. When you buy a small mask but your face is big, then it's obvious that the small mask will put strain on your ears. So please try and do that. For people who have sensitive skin or earrings, what you could do is that you get a strip in the market which sort of connects these two bands. So that way you don't have to put it over your ears, but it connects to a strip like this. And that strip has holes in it or gaps in it where you can connect it. So if you're wearing some headgear or you're covering yourself with a helmet or something like that, then remember to use that strip and that strip will tighten behind your neck. So remember to do that. In masks which have two different strips, we don't have that yet, but that strip you tie it here on top of your head and the other strip you tie it here down so that it gives you a triangular fit and it contours around your face very well. So remember to do that. The other point that I would like to make is that always wash your hands and sanitize it before touching the mask. When the mask is packaged, it's packaged by machines and there is no human touch involved. So what it does is that it keeps it pure and uninfected. But when you use your infected or dirty hands to open the packet and touch the mask, there is a risk that you would transfer the variant or any viruses or germs into the mask. Now, even if you think that it won't be the Omicron variant, you could have any sorts of germs touching this clean surface. And when you touch it to your face, it will transfer onto your face. And that's why you would have noticed that a lot of people have rashes or pimples on their faces That's because there are germs on this surface. So to avoid all sorts of those problems, we would recommend that you wash your hands. Once you wash the hands, also remember to sanitize it as well, so that when you touch this mask, it is clean. And as a practice, when you remove the mask, hold it at its edges and then just hold on to the strings and not the mask. And then once you've worn it, only touch the outside portion. And remember, as I said, make sure that the chin is covered fully. I've often seen people wearing only till here, so this will give you like a unfit. So when I breathe out, the air comes out, right? So just pull it down and make sure it's a nice contour. And then this is a nice contour. And this, as we mentioned before, it fits well. Thank you so much for giving your precious time. Please share this video with your friends and family so that they might also be able to protect themselves as well as their loved ones. Thank you once again.